Ashley Golding. I am here in studio with Meagan Abell from Kadena FSS, and this is our weekly What's Up Kadena segment.
Up, Kadena?
So what's up, Meagan? How's it going?
Good. How are you? How was your weekend?
Fantastic. I didn't do much, which was really nice. I like to just chill and relax and not do much. Because during the week, I'm always, doing something. So,
well, it was my dog's 10th birthday. So we had a 10th birthday party for him, and I made some dog treats.
Did you make him a cake?
No, I made him these little treats. You just use natural peanut butter and carrots and oats, and you bake it, and they're just little cookies. Anyway, I made some for him. He was
at least
delighted.
You did something. Yeah. So, let's get into it. There were some things that we were going to talk about today, but unfortunately, some things have gotten postponed. So, one of those things is Friday Night Bites.
Yeah, Friday Night Bites. It was originally scheduled for 14 August, so not this Friday, but the next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to be movies, dog park, food, that kind of thing, but they have postponed it. They said that the Shilling was putting it on, Shilling and USO, so they said they would let us know if it an upcoming date, if it gets changed to, but as of right now, it is not next Friday. So
Unfortunately. But hopefully, we can, schedule it for later on and still have it.
I know.
Yes. So another thing is the First Steps soccer signups.
Yes. So soccer registrations for the little guys was originally scheduled for today, and they have postponed all sport signups, but especially that one since it was today. So they have postponed that. Youth Sports and Fitness said that they would keep us updated when we could start sharing that the signups will happen again, but so just be on the lookout. But no signups today.
All right, well, let's get into things that are still currently happening, thankfully. One of these is the virtual summer reading program.
Virtual summer reading program. You have until the 31st of August to log your minutes. How are you doing?
Not as great as I should be. MC2 Ecclebecker and I have a contest going on, and it really wouldn't be fair to call it a contest because he's beating me, leaving me in the dust.
He told me, I was here last Thursday, and he told me that it's the audiobooks. He listens to audiobooks while he does everything, and he logs it. That's a really good way to go about it.
Very. The only time I really get to listen to audiobooks is the minimal time that I spend in the morning getting ready, and then just in the car on the way to work, leaving work. So I don't know. I need to dedicate more time.
We live on an island, so, commute time, I know, I came from the Pacific Northwest where commute time could have been upwards of an hour. So,
Me too.
Yeah, you have, anyway, commute time really probably cuts into the audiobook listening, however.
It really does.
But you have until the 31st of August to log your minutes if you guys are tracking. You also can retroactively log minutes, so sometimes people might be, oh, it's too late. It's not too late. Go look through, see what you've read. You can retroactively log things through their Beanstack webpage, but all of those details are on their Facebook.
Exactly, yeah. I'm signed up with the Kadena Library summer reading program. Have been for quite some time now, basically the entire summer. So again, it's happening till August 31st. So if you want to go sign up for that, register now. You can go to beanstack.com/DOD. Let's talk about more things that the Kadena Library is offering.
So rather than talking about all the things that are postponed or canceled, let's talk about all the things that we can do. So I know it is PCS season, so people are starting to come in droves to our lovely little island. One of the first stops you should make should be Kadena Library to get your library card.
Yes.
It's super easy, and with that they give you just a stack, and I still have it. I've been here for almost a year, and I still have the stack of literature they gave me when I picked it up. That has all the details of all the things you have access to, and we're going to talk about a lot of those things today.
Yeah, there is a lot.
So there's a lot of free things. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with, I've mentioned this once before, sometime a few weeks ago. They have a telescope.
Yes, they do. And I tried to Google the specifics about it today based on the pictures that they have, and I don't know all the specifics about what kind, but I do know it's a Celestron travel scope, and it comes with a little backpack. So you can go to, they call it the Library of Things. They have, and you can get the telescope, and you can check it out for up to 3 weeks at a time. So Holly, the librarian, posted a website that can kind of go in tandem with that called, I think it's In the Sky?
Yeah, inthesky.org.
Inthesky.org. That's also referenced on their Kadena Library Facebook page. But when you check out the telescope, you can look at the website and it tells you what's going on, like what constellation you can see. It can give you like what, phase of the moon it is. Sometimes,
Wow.
if there's a planet that is peeking through because of where we are, like in the rotation, it'll tell you, look here, you might be able to see Venus or Mars. Anyway,
Wow.
It's very informative. But also she said a family checked it out and they took it to Okinawa for the weekend.
Well, that's like the perfect place to go stargazing.
Like there's no light pollution. You can go and just be on the beach, look at the beautiful stars, those kinds of things. So go check out the telescope at the library. But also, let's say it's already checked out or something. They have a wait list. Just put your name on the wait list. They'll give you a call when it comes available. You can like surprise your kids or surprise your family. Go pick it up and do some stargazing.
I might surprise myself
Yes.
and put my name on the wait list, because as a kid I was obsessed with the stars, the planets, space in general, like I still am. That's a huge interest.
I agree. And she also had mentioned it's on her it's on Holly's wish list for things at the library. So now they have the telescope. She does want to get some binoculars that would be good for like stargazing.
Yeah.
They don't have those yet, but she's like, that's definitely on her wish list because the response to the telescope has just been crazy. So people are really excited about it. So please be sure to check it out. Also check out the rest of their library of things. Have you ever seen the little gadgets you can check out?
I have not.
They have cake pans. They have cookie cutters.
What?
I know. I mean, anything that you could think that like you could just like borrow. They also have like a ukulele. They have.
Wow.
I know. They have so many things that you can check out, not just books.
Yeah, you'd never think a library would have cookie cutters that you can use.
They also have board games and things like that. Like Cards Against Humanity or like Apples to Apples, games that are like really big, like party hits, things you can play. You can go to the library. You can check it out. All within their library of things.
That's so nice. And you can get all of that with your library card,
With
right?
your library card.
Yeah, and there's so much more that you can get, including like online streaming, like movies and stuff too.
Yes. I think we're all in the same boat that we have probably found the bottom of Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime. I have found the bottom of all of it. So the thing that I have found that I used with my library card is Canopy with a K. And what it is, it's a streaming service, but it's not just like your mainstream things. It's going to be more like your independent films, like indie, like
indie films.
Thank you.
Yeah,
independent films or film festival winners.
Yeah.
Then they had like some docuseries and things like that. I recently watched one about. It was a documentary about being a minimalist.
Wow.
Evidently, it's something that Gen Zers and millennials are doing, or just like doing away with the things and like maybe putting forth like a lot more effort into like going places and living like a stress-free life. Anyway, it was a very interesting.
I need to watch that.
I know. It's a very interesting documentary that I saw on Canopy about being a minimalist. So anyway, lots of things. Also, Sundance Film Festival, they have the winners, the contenders, and a lot of foreign films. So if maybe rom-coms aren't your thing, there could be...
You want to stray away from the mainstream, kind of.
Yeah, and I think I was clicking through the catalog today. I think I even saw like some like horror films, like things that just look really like campy and weird. I know!
That's my place right there. Horror films, scary movies, I love them.
I know, I told you, true crime, I'm there.
Yes,
all of it.
Sci-fi, true crime, horror.
So they're a huge untapped resource. Again, free with a library card.
Absolutely. So where can people find more, virtual resources, information about what the Kadena Library has?
So KadenaFSS.com/library has a lot of the information as well. But my main thing that I would tell you to do is when you go sign up to get your library card, they have these pamphlets. They stapled it together. It's probably like 5-6 pages of things. It gives you the logins, the websites you can access. Sometimes you have to create an account, but you have your library card number. So all of it is connected back to the Kadena Public Library. So literally it's all right there for you to access at your fingertips.
I need to get on this.
I know.
And go get a library card, because I've been here for quite some time and I haven't found my way over there.
I know. I think they open at 10 a.m., but they always have their hours posted on their Facebook, and Holly is really good about updating it if it changes. They open at 10 a.m. They are still having, people can still come in. I think it's minimum of 25 people, or a maximum of 25 people at a time. So when you walk in, you have to sign in. They give you a number, and then, 25 people. But I've been a couple of times. I actually didn't have internet at my house last week, so I went to the library to work for a while. And I was able to get in pretty easily.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm going to have to stop by there and get my library card. I'm going to make that like my goal this week.
Yes. I mean, then there's also, let's see, Hoopla. That was the other one I was going to say.
Okay.
Hoopla is, I would say, more akin to like your popular films, TV shows, but the thing that's really cool about Hoopla is it is cell phones, tablets, smart TVs. It has an app. So like you can like put the app like on any of your devices. You can log in with your library information, and then you can access, I want to say, I was clicking through today, I mean, there has to be over like 100,000 titles of things between audiobooks,
wow,
ebooks. You can download ebooks, movies, TV series, music. They had like the new Taylor Swift album you could like borrow for a little bit.
You can get lost in there.
I know. I was clicking around, but the thing that I thought set it apart from everything else that I haven't ever seen be able to use is comic books. I know. I'm not even like super into comic books.
I've never really read them either.
But I did watch Umbrella Academy this weekend, so
I've seen that pop up so many times, like in my suggested, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, should I watch it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so Umbrella Academy, it's on Netflix, but yes, absolutely watch it. It's really, the first season has a really good soundtrack. I'm not all the way through with the second season, but it has a really good soundtrack too. But it is based on a comic book series.
Okay.
So that was what caught my eye, is that I just watched this on Netflix, and they have it available through Hoopla to like download and read.
That's so cool.
And I'm sure they have, comic book and graphic novel nerds will probably be like, what else do they have? I don't know. I'm not super literate in it, but there were a lot of titles.
You're gonna have to go and check it out yourself and
go
see what it offers. Of course. So we're gonna take just a short music break, but once again, if people are just catching the tail end of that, they can go to kadenafss.com/library to find those resources that we just talked about. But we're gonna talk about more resources that the Kadena Library offers right after a quick music break. Here is Roses by St. John. And we are back. If you're just now tuning in, I'm here in studio with Meagan Abell from Kadena FSS, and this is our What's Up Kadena segment. And today we're talking all about the Kadena Library and all of the wonderful things that they offer.
Yes.
Yeah, so we talked about like streaming, things like that, where you can find some, if you have a library if you have a library card, you can access a bunch of different sites and stuff where you can stream movies, TV shows, audiobooks, things like that.
Audiobooks, comic books, yeah. Even magazines too. Not just comic books, but yeah. So all of that information you can find through kadenafss.com/library or facebook.com/Kadena Library.
Yes.
So, however, there is an entire other side to the wonderful things you can get with your library card, and that's things that you can use for school.
Yep.
And something that I think I wish I had known more about, especially during like the pandemic and like people are staying at home a lot, is there's a website that your library card will give you access to called universalclass.com. And with that, I clicked on, today I was doing a little research, and I clicked on the homepage, and there's over 500 classes. They range from anything from like continuing education to, I saw something about like homeopathic, like if you're like interested in learning things about like homeopathic medicine or like natural medicine, to math, science. But the one that like super piqued my interest was office skills, and I was like, oh, let's click on that one. And it's like an Excel refresher course. Ooh. Adobe, I know. We were just talking about that last week. How you like had learned a formula in Excel and you felt like a genius.
Yep. Because I like tried it with somebody. They were like, oh, how do I do this? And I was like, oh, I know that. So like I typed in this little formula, and they were like, wow, did you take like a course on Excel? And I was like, no.
I'm just really smart.
I just know it.
So they have refresher courses, because I know, I learned Excel when I was in college at a date that was a long time ago that we won't talk about, but I definitely have been able to, I would have definitely utilized refresher courses. So office skills, they have so many things. And the other thing I want to talk about was test prep. So I know a lot of times, useful. Exactly, a lot of times people might be like, oh, maybe I want to, take the GRE, or I need to, prep to take whatever entrance or what do you take to go to college?
Or like a college entrance exams too, SATs, things like that.
ACT, those kinds of things they have. Test prep for that too. So with your library card, you are allowed to register for 5 classes at a time.
Wow.
Right? So I was like, maybe I'm going to take a meditation class and I'm going to learn about Excel spreadsheets. But anyway, all of that free for you to use with your library card.
That is so nice. All the more reason why I need to go over there to the library this week and get my library card.
Yes.
There's so much. And also on top of that, you can also get tutor.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tutor.com is something that with the, a lot of people were affected with their like studies and education because of the pandemic. So either you were taken from like an in-classroom learning situation to being at home, or maybe your kids were brought home to continue like their education. So tutor.com was extended to DoD personnel and civilian personnel and all of their dependents.
Wow, that's so nice.
I know, and so initially it was through April, but now they have extended it through September 30th. So if you are writing papers and maybe you would like to benefit from like peer review, or if you would like someone to edit it, or I know that I read they also offer if you want someone to look over your college applications, your resume, things like that. I mean, also help with math, help with science. I know like math and science are probably the 2 things that I personally would struggle to have to like learn independently.
Yeah, me too.
So definitely something that we all should be taking advantage of if you're in any kind of coursework that's been affected, or even if it's not, if you are already doing online classes, take advantage of it. You can get a tutor, and it's tutor.com/military, or just go to tutor.com and you'll see the military link on there. But absolutely just a wonderful way to like help continue your studies and like stay on top of things and make sure that like being at home learning isn't affecting like the way you process things.
Exactly. And getting a little help is not a bad thing at all.
No.
Like if I was, and my plan is to start online classes. Like I did a virtual TA brief last week. So now I just have to go and like plan out things and start online classes. So if I'm stumped on something or I need a little extra help, I'm going to have my library card and I'm going to be able to use this and get some help from somebody.
Absolutely. I know that like through all of like the schooling I've done, like virtual learning was something I was so afraid of because I was like, what if I don't know and I'm stuck in a pickle and I just...
Me too. That's my fear.
I know. So now hopefully that fear can be removed. You have access to this. You also will have access to... My favorite thing was having someone like edit like papers, because I know a lot of times like you read something over and over again, like your eyes become blind to it.
Yes, you could have like a double and I would never realize it or see it.
Like small editing, things like that, make sure it makes sense. Just like a really, really good resource. So definitely you should take advantage of that.
I'm definitely going to. And once again, I need to say it a million times so that maybe you can hold me accountable, Megan. Make sure I go to the library this week and get my library card.
I am. I'm going to text you and be like, hey, listen, I want to go to the library. You should come with me. Do you have a library card?
Please do. Please do. And if I don't, at that point, just drag me there and make me get it right then and there.
I know. So much fun stuff. So I really hope people listening take advantage of a lot of it. Also, a lot of the things that we just talked about are in this month's issue of Venture Magazine, which hit the stands last week. So it is early on in the month. So if you're out and about, grab a copy of the August Venture. You can reference a lot of the things we just talked about on page 21, the Kadena Library spread.
Exactly. And there's also an online copy that you can read. And where can they find that, Megan?
KadenaFSS.com. Click on the facilities button and you'll see, KadenaFSS.com, and you'll see a little tab that says Venture.
Yes.
So you can see previous months, you can see your current month, you can see, definitely be able to click through it, and you can look at it on your smartphones. So if you're out and about, you want to reference something, just open it up, take a look.
Yeah, it's really nice to have that there. Also, not too far away from that Venture tab is the Fun tab, and under that Fun tab, you'll find Kadena Library, and that's where you can find out there's a tab there where you can go sign up for the summer reading program, which again ends August 31st. So there's still plenty of time to sign up. Anybody, any branch of service, any age can sign up for this. And you have plenty of time to rack up some minutes.
Yes.
And maybe get more than me.
And you can't add them retroactively. So that's one thing to remember. Don't be discouraged because it's already August. You can go back and look through what you've read, what you've listened to, add those minutes retroactively.
Absolutely. So if you're listening and you've learned anything, if you want to take away anything from what Megan and I have talked about, the Kadena Library offers so much. There's so much there to help you, to keep you entertained. You can get a ukulele. You can rent a telescope. There's so much. So definitely take advantage of it. You know, if you're sitting in your barracks room and you don't know what to do, head on over to the library. Get a book or get, you know, a ukulele or something.
And
maybe learn.
And on that note, the library is going through a little bit of a facelift right now. So more on that coming up soon, but we'll definitely have more information in the coming months. But if you go, you notice there's some changes, just know like they're making a beautiful, they're calling it the refresh, a beautiful refresh of the library. So go take a look. They've got new shelves and things like that. But again, we'll talk about that a little bit more in the future, but just be on the lookout for it.
Ooh, I'm excited. I love renovations. I love seeing before and afters.
Yes.
It's always so rewarding, so nice.
Really fun and very efficient changes they're making, so it'll be fun.
Awesome. Well, Megan, thank you so much for coming in. I always love this. This is the second time now I've had you in here, and it's getting better and better. I'm really excited for when we can actually start going on adventures and talking about all of our adventuring.
Soon.
Very soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh, yes. Well, have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'm excited for next week.
Yes. See you next Monday.
Yes. Once again, that was Meagan Abell from Kadena FSS, and that has been our Monday What's Up Kadena segment. Let's jump back to the music. Here's Gwen Stefani with Holla Back Girl.